Many things will be decided by what's to come. I feel it. Ah, and the apothecarius said that the mercenary will live. He's in the Corarium, in case you want to pay a visit.
Well, that's something to be thankful for after all of this. And T-Law...
Poor Mariel. I have never seen...
Oh!
like that. Saira, I almost feel ashamed to bring this up now, but I would like to spend some more time with you before we start this last mission.
We can do that. I'm sure we'll have
reason,
time.
I have a bad feeling about all this. Just meet me in the upper city when you find the time.
The upper
And
city?
be careful whatever you do. We've lost too much already.
I know. I'm not planning to...
That's beyond me.
Like... Well, it's beyond me as well, Mr. Arcanist. We've lost far too many people already, and I'm not planning to become one of them. And T-Law Aranthiel, he needs to. He can't lose the Tretesh's support, and he's really losing that already. He's not listening to anyone. She's going to end up just like Yorick. She'll betray us to Korik in the name of what she thinks is best. He has not managed to unite them. It's this way to the Curarium. We need to check on Jaspar. He didn't seem in a good way when we landed. We just plummeted out of the sky. I can still scarcely believe it. Jaspar? They really do not tidy up. I'm glad him and his daughter are still safe. You two doing okay? Mirel? I mean, you're as safe a place as any. She's not looking too good, but I'm sure she'll be okay. And other lies I tell myself. Oh, Jaspar. How you doing?
Now, isn't this a surprise? The world's nearing its end, yet the Prophet takes the time to pay me a visit. What do you need?
I don't need anything. I'm just here to check on, on that injury. How are you doing?
It does what most injuries do. Hurts. But I'm a lot better, thanks for asking. Truth be told, just lying around here doing nothing's what's bothering me the most at the moment.
Makes you feel very powerless, but I don't know if, even if you were well and uninjured, you'd feel any different. I feel powerless right now. There's so much that we don't understand that's beyond our control. But soon we're going to be starting our mission to head into the City of 1,000 Floods. I just wanted to say goodbye. I don't know if you're well enough to come with us.
You did. I'm surprised. I never had the feeling we got along too well, but I guess life is full of surprises.
We didn't, at times.
I don't think this will be the end, though. Say what you want about this place, but it'll be a long time before Korik's men break through. The apothecarius said I might even be able to help if I rest for just a few more hours. Just be careful, all right? And find the Numinos.
Yep, I'll do my best. You rest easy. Do what the apothecarius say. The sooner you rest up, the more you focus on resting, the sooner you can get up again. But take care of yourself. And he's right, we didn't always get along. But, he is a friend still. He's just got some extreme views that we disagree with. As long as we avoid certain topics, we're fine. Poor Mary Jill. No, you say this every time I walk past.
I really do.
Yeah, so do I. But poor Mary Jill. You really do just stand around. Don't hum me. Shouldn't you be seeing to the city's defences, making sure men are stationed on the walls, there's proper guard rotations? I was supposed to meet Yuzlan as well. I need to go find him. Let's... Oh, I think I might only have tonight. Well, where am I going to find Yuzlan? Let's focus on that first. It might be up in the study where Constantine used to work.
Yes.
Oh, hello. No, sorry, excuse, sir. Thank you. Oh, Yuzlan.
Is it important?
Any luck with the dream flower?
Ah, of course. Yes, this is what I came up with. It might feel a bit strange at first, but in time you should feel an increase in your focus. As I said, it was the right call. I'm glad you listened.
I'm glad you told me. Thank you so much for this, Yuzlan. Well, I'll take it now, should I? As I touch the bottle, I feel a tingling sensation in my fingertips. It's followed by a strange feeling in my chest. Alright, well, bottoms up. Okay, I do feel different. Oh. Okay. Do I look different, Yuzlan? Source. Raises both entropy and psionics. Increases both mana and health. Okay. It does make me a little bit stronger then. Quite a bit. That's a fair chunk. Because it's 10 points of health or mana or stamina every time I level up. So that's like 2.5 level ups worth of mana and stamina each. And the extra entropy is nice. Thank you, Yuzlan, for that. No, I was just going to really see how you are, but I think you're quite busy, so I'll let you get on. I've got a few other things to do too.
One day.
One day, Naya. One day what? Has he still got plans, or...? Oh, it just must be continuing a conversation the two of them were having. Well, that's one thing down. Where is the funeral ceremony? Oh. Is it still in the building? Where's the local map I've drawn? Okay, we should talk with Tealor about his dispute with Natara. Well met, thank you. Because I do have concerns about, well, necessarily not Natara, but Aranthiel's leadership. Where will I find Aranthiel? Have I been... I don't think I've been up here before. Oh. I should have realised that the Grand Master gets her own fancy quarters. Aranthiel? It's Fletch, the Prophet. Oh, there you are. You having dinner?
Yes.
I overheard your discussion with Natara. I mean, it was hard not to. She did have it right in front of us. But how can she still not believe the threat is real after all we've learnt?
You know, I know Natara better than you might believe. And I know the reason for her untouchable demeanor. Fear. She's afraid of losing something important to her. Something that she helped to create, and that is the Order. You probably do not know this, but unlike most keepers, Natara was not born of the Sublime Path.
Was she not?
Even more than us, she had to fight for her place here. And through immense willpower and discipline, she made it. Not only to become an ordinary keeper, but into the highest league.
She must have worked incredibly hard. Like, she overcame, she did the impossible. She did what few dare to dream. And the Order is... well, it's all she has. She had to give up everything to get where she is.
Correct. It is all she has ever lived for, and she's afraid that change will destroy it. Your admission into our ranks, our truce with Narazul's mages. She believes that my imprisonment made me into a fool whose only intent is to get his will. She does not realize that all that has happened burdens me as much as it burdens her, and that I would give a lot for her support rather than this ridiculous bickering.
I know. You... I mean, of course you'd rather... Well, it's the first time I've heard you say you'd like someone to back you up. So far, it's just this admission that you're so headstrong and plowing ahead anyway, which is what we need, but I think it's also, you know, not admitting that you need somebody to back you up, or that you'd like somebody to back you up. I think that's what pushes both Natara and Yorick away.
Everybody needs someone to back them up from time to time. You know, as humans, we are not so different from animals as some try to make us believe. We are like wolves, and every pack needs a leader. Someone in front who is not afraid to make the hard calls. And this is who I am. I did not ask for it, but I will not fail. If my resolve weakens, the others will lose their courage, and I cannot let that happen. But that does not mean that I regret any of the decisions I have made. None of them.
I mean, you don't need to stand on the table to tell me that. I appreciate the pose, the power pose, and you know, we do have the best leader I think we could have or could ask for, Aranthiel. You are headstrong, and you are right. You know, you are the immovable kind of linchpin of keeping everyone together. You do seem to know an awful lot about Natara. How close exactly were you two? I overheard a few things from Yorick, particularly in his interrogation, that you two were once involved.
That's none of your concern, but I presume you have your assumptions.
Well, I do. Are we gonna have this conversation again about you wanting backup?
Everybody needs someone to back them up from time to time.
I know.
We are like wolves, and every pack needs a leader. Someone in front who is not afraid to make the hard calls. If
I know.
my resolve weakens, the others will lose their courage, and I cannot let that happen.
I know. We did have this conversation
But that
before.
does not mean that I regret any of the decisions I have made. None of them.
They had to be made, and I respect you for it. But are we going in circles? It's gonna... Okay, thank you for the conversation. I'll let you get back to your dinner. After I have just a quick lap around here. This is quite fancy. I don't think I would like these quarters for myself, but it's just a bit awkward. Oh, sorry, no, don't mind me. It's just a bit awkward the way the stairs come up the middle of the room. It takes up all the space. I'll leave Aranthiel to his own devices. Now, the funeral. Where would one attend a funeral here?
You.
That's beyond me.
I don't want to be nosy, but... Well met.
Yeah, well met.
And so the circle closes, as it does for these three virtuous souls we are mourning today. But fear not, for they gave their life for a just cause, for the greater good, and will thus be walking on the endless paths forever, together with our Lord Malthus. Magistra Jailer, keeper of the third sigil and master of the archives. Stalwyn Willowsong, keeper of the first sigil, and Legium Lightman Novice. May the Lord receive your souls today and grant you that you may walk the paths for eternity.
Oh, just shut up, won't you? As if you believe any of this yourself.
Keeper, you...
Malthus is dead. Our Lord is dead. And if even he could not last through the ages, how is he supposed to lead us along the eternal paths? A dead god?
Take her away.
Yes, just go on. Close your eyes and pretend that none of this is happening. It's what you've always been good at. The cleansing is our punishment, don't you see? The punishment because we failed the Lightborn. That we let someone kill them. And the High Ones will take us all. Do you hear me? They will take us all.
Keep going.
But
Keep going!
Magistra Jailer, Keeper of the Third Sigil and Master of the Archives. Stalwyn Willowsong, Keeper of the First Sigil. And Legion Lightman Novice. May the Lord receive your souls today and grant you that you may walk the paths for eternity.
Even the keepers are beginning to fray. Noble Quarter can go this way. Kalia wanted to meet in the upper city. But if the keepers are losing their faith, I hope we don't get a situation where some keepers and Natara, there's like a division in the order. The last thing we need right now is some kind of civil war. Some coup attempt against Aranthiel. Because if that happens, it'll be probably... The stakes will be the beacon. And the surrendering to Korak and the Nerim. The Nerimes. I think Kalia's seeing me. Kalia, you've...
Walk less.
Oh, you've got shoes on. I thought you didn't have
Yeah,
shoes
you
for a
came.
moment. Of course I came. Oh. Can I... So I just wanted to get a bit closer.
Satyra, you came.
Yeah, of course I did. You seem surprised, but that's a nice dress you've got on. I should do the compliments, I think. That's a lovely dress.
Thanks. I thought it was fitting for the occasion. Impressive, isn't it? From here it all seems so peaceful. As if there'd be no enemy army just in front of our gates. As if all this, the cycle, the High Ones, the Neramis, were just imagination.
Well, my pessimistic side would say the quiet before the storm. But it doesn't make that threat any less real, but I am glad it's this way. I know it feels like escapism, but you do need those kind of breaks. You need to be able to, relax while you are safe and enjoy those peaceful moments.
So am I. I wanted... Do you want to hear something funny?
Shoot, go on. I'm always up for something funny.
The two of us, even though we haven't known each other for that long, we've been through a lot.
We've been through a hell of a
We
lot.
underwent the Sigil's trial, we fought our way through ancient ruins, and we found the forgotten home of the Star People.
Hell yeah, we did.
I'd say we make for quite an unusual couple, right?
And hell yeah, we
But
do.
Still, what I'd like to ask of you tonight, I'm ashamed to. It seems so out of place, so mundane.
Well, mundane doesn't necessarily mean bad. It might seem mundane in comparison to what we normally do, but what we normally do is a little bit insane. But what is it that you wanted to do?
Just follow me. I'll tell you when we get there.
So... Okay, she's gonna tell me when we get there then. You do have a hell of a stride. Where are we going, I wonder? Going for an evening walk, it seems. Oh, I should probably check in with Thariel before it kicks off too much. We're reaching the point of no return. As soon as we head out to find the Numenos, probably as soon as we get back, we'll be lighting the beacon. Kalia? That's it, I am following, don't worry. I know you're a little bit insecure still, but...
Well, there comes a point when you just have to
to live with it.
What with the insecurity? No, you don't need to live with insecurity. You can overcome insecurity. Don't listen into people's conversations. What a rude guard.
Man, it's not as if I didn't tell them that all.
You just want to go to the tavern? Like, oh, careful.
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
Are you threatening us? You're just kind of blocking the stairs. Like, watch yourself.
My sir?
Madame? My dame? Oh, we're going for a drink.
This is madness, all of it.
The Nighthawks. They're a small minstrel group
Oh.
from Danville, and they came here to play despite the situation.
That's brave of them. They should help defend the city. Like, why would I say that? They're minstrels. They probably never held a sword in their lives. But it's the first time I've ever heard that you like music.
I guess I always have. I've just never permitted myself to enjoy it before. It seemed so useless. But then I realized there's a point where you've done everything you can. And be honest, Sierra, we don't know what the next few days or even hours will bring us.
That is
We could
true.
die. And if that should happen, I want to be able to say, yes, Kalia, you gave your life for something meaningful. You pursued your ideals until the very end. But despite all that, you didn't forget to just let go from time to time. You didn't forget to live, or to love.
Well, I think you're doing pretty well on the second part, especially if I may say so.
You may, and it means a lot to me. So, Saira, let's dance together. For tonight, let's just forget about everything else. The high ones, the cleansing, all the things we've had to see.
Oh, you know that I'm a horrible dancer though, right?
Screw it.
I love the attitude, I just don't want to dance like that other guy in there. Oh, the minstrels aren't even up on the stage. They're getting right down into it. Oh, I'm busting a move. Kalia, you gotta get in here. I'm busting a move. Oh. And what moves? God, I'm right up in everyone's face. Hello. Yeah, no, excuse me. I'm dancing here.
Under the city, deep in the caves, he waits for us, the black guardian.
Oh well.
The one who has
Oh.
outside of him.
Okay. The night got away from me then. And I still haven't opened my eyes. I'm tired still. We're in the Fat Liorant now, aren't we? We went from...
The best wine in all of Enderal.
We've just gone from tavern to tavern. Kalia. Come on, up you get. Okay, no. Kalia? She's fast asleep. She is fast asleep and just stood up. Your eyes, you look sleepy as hell. And Kalia, you gotta put some clothes on. Do I just leave her here? That's not very gentlemanly, is it? Go on, you get back into bed, that's it. Tuck yourself in. Don't sleep standing up, that's not safe. Yeah, this is the Fat Liorant. Well... Oh, I shouldn't leave her, really. Like, that's not a very nice thing to do. Right. Let's sleep until 9 at least. Right, okay. It's past 9 now. She's got no excuse if I leave. Now she's just lying in on her own. If I creep out in the night, that's not a nice move. If I creep out in the morning, you know, when everyone else is getting up, that's fine. Excuse me. Well, I do have meditating to do, and I do have actually skill books. Light magic. Oh, I don't need that expert book. Let's use the master one. Okay, we've used all our learning points then. Let's nip in to Gaboff's for what could be the last time.
My friend.
Hello. Let's see what you've got in stock, Gabor.
Certainly. Just take your time.
But I'm just thinking as well, the keeper from last night, she was really screeching that the Lightborn were dead. It's... well, the secret's getting out. I just hope it doesn't spread to the common folk, because they will probably... well, the last thing we need right now is a riot. And thinking about it, we did just leave that huge metal flying beast up in the sky, I presume to forever guard Shirai, the Starling City. But what if it wanders off? What if it's hunting us? I really hope it's not hunting us. Oh, Thariel. I probably should have let you know I was going to be gone for a couple of days, but I'm back. What a couple of days it's been. It's good to see you.
Oh, good to see you.
Well, I've already told you about this a couple of times now. Thariel, if the city falls, just get out here. Don't worry about trying to defend the people or anything. I don't think there'll be anything we can do. But you know, I'm going to be gone for a couple of days as well. We're going to be heading to the ancient city of the Pyrians on an important mission to get that beacon working. So if I don't see you before then, or if we don't see each other again, it's been nice knowing you. You've been a good friend watching my house like this. Now, meditation time. Master Thaumaturge. Wait. No, Mental Master. Yes, this is what we want. Reduce the cost of mental and light spells of master level by 30%. Your mana regen is increased by 10%. We've got another point left to spend. But what do I spend it on? That's the thing. You throw a mechanical spider which attracts attention of enemies at its destination. If the enemies are close enough, or if you use the talent again, the spider explodes, which paralyzes enemies for a short period of time, and weakens them with a neurotoxin. Poisoned enemies, which are hit, take more damage. That... if I'd have noticed that was there, I'd have probably gone for that sooner. I don't really know what to pick. I feel like I should pick up the Well of Life talent. If you would die while this talent is in effect, your health instantly regenerates and enemies around you are repulsed. I feel like I just may as well. Now, talents. Where can we put you on the belt? I suppose it would be here. Right, let's try... oh. Okay, so I've got Well of Life on. There's no real way to test it without grievously injuring myself, and I don't fancy doing that. Not right now. So, backpack. Oh, that's right. Yuzlan also gave me a key to a vault. Let's go to the bank. And hope that they've not run off with my money in all the confusion. Hello. Oh, no, I'm going to the vault. No, it's fine. I don't need your help. Thank you. I know where I'm going. What was on the key? Vault 1? Well, it's not going to be that one. I've been on there. It's going to require a key. Let's look. Let's check the keyring. Bank Vault Key 1 of Yuzlan. So where's Vault 1? Excuse me.
Greetings.
Greetings. It's not that. Or that. Or 2222.
They just...
Did I not? Carrick. The usual payment for your shipment. And expect the ingredients at the agreed upon date. S.
Other asses have
When did I get this one?
Idiots.
Nope. Get out of here, letter. I'm trying to get these coins. So... that's my vault.
We always
Ah!
do easy.
Oh! What? That's a... Yuzlan, what are you doing with this? Al Rashim's heritage. That is a sleek sword. It's like one made out of one single piece of metal. And it's strong. Alright, Zara, you're getting an upgrade.
My sir?
Madame? Right, Zara. You are going to probably use the best sword you've ever seen. Spectralize? Let's see... Oh, you know what, let's not summon Zara in front of Thariel. It might be a sensitive topic. Oh! Don't close the door on myself. Oh. Oh, that is nice. That is sleek. It suits you. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But it's cool. I like it. And it's strong. Yeah, it is. Right, I'm going to unsummon you for now. Well, I don't really think I've got too much to do. I've got all this ambrosia. I've got a fair chunk of potions. Quite a lot of mana potions. I'm not... Well, I'll put my... Let's drop some blueprints back in the collection. I think we're as ready as we can be for what's to come. We've collected a fair amount of weapons during our time. Carlian's Absolution, for some reason, that was aboard the the Starship Agnod. Salna's Rage, just a whole collection of interesting weapons. And you know what, I probably should talk to Thariel about my compulsion of stabbing daggers into the side of this case. But right now it doesn't seem like there's any point to it. Let's go get more sleep. I do just want to relax here for a bit, rather than go out there. Well, I've still not had word from Aranthiel. You take care, Thariel. Watch the house. And honestly, I'm feeling a little bit cooped up still. I might risk going after a bounty. Because we have to kill Captain Plum. It might be a good idea just to stretch our legs. Just wondering what there's really left to explore and left to do. You know what we could do? I'm speaking to Zara as if she's still here. We can maybe try hunting down some of the myths and legends. Yeah, let's try it. So where's our... I put all our books in the bookshelf, didn't I? Now, myths and legends. Well, we've done the Steel Warden. I thought I had more books on them, but let's read the Ash Widow. One of perhaps the most eerie and gruesome legends of Enderal is this one surrounding the Ash Widow. In life, the Ash Widow was a charming young woman who was promised a companion to a man of the sublime path. Her hair was long and shaded a reddish blonde in the likeness of late autumn leaves, while her eyes reminded of the deepest blue of the sea. She was wise and well-read, played the lute, and enjoyed large popularity at her family's estate, in no small part due to her cheerful and buoyant character. Her future companion, the son of a rich count, was also of high repute, and when the two swore each other companionship, the bards were singing many a song in praise of the two lovers' dignity. Not long thereafter, the newlywed wife noticed discrepancies in her husband's character. Though at feasts with other sublimes present, he always spoke gently of those treading the lower paths. His wife heard him tell a different story entirely after a few cups of wine. He held no sympathy for craftsmen, artisans, and worse still, those dwelling in the Undercity. There was a reason as to why Malthus blessed us with a path. He said, "Our blood is of greater value." Initially, it was such words which made the young woman feel anxious, yet words quickly turned into deeds. He had legs of a stable boy who had saddled his horse incorrectly, broken and knocked out a serving girl's teeth after she had spilled wine in his coat. Bloody hell. When the young woman confronted her husband about this, he merely regarded her dismissively and walked away. As the years passed, the woman's sorrow grew with each new winter. Often she thought about running away, but since her husband's crimes were not directed at her, and he could even display noble behaviour at times, she did not dare put these thoughts into practice. After all, where could she have fled? One day, however, things took a turn for the worse. A young half-a-turn maidservant had begun her service at the castle. She was barely 16 winters. Old and shy nature, when the woman noticed her companion's glances and stares. Oh dear. Filled with a mixture of malevolence and lust that sent shivers down her spine. Soon thereafter, the woman started to realise that the young servant always avoided her glance, and the girl's head bowed as if she were terribly ashamed in her mistress's presence. Her companion, too, came to their bed increasingly absent-minded and unenthusiastic. Day and night she pictured to herself what her husband might be doing to the girl, until she decided to hide in a wardrobe on the day the half-turner was supposed to clean the bedchamber. She had told her companion in advance that she would seek out the peddlers visiting the region near the castle, as they did every full moon. Both eager and dreading to learn the truth, the woman crouched between gowns and coats and waited. As soon as the servant girl had entered and shut the door, with shaking hands the latch rushed down. From within the wardrobe, the woman saw her companion standing in the doorframe, panting and excited. The half-a-turner girl stood frozen, visibly frightened, without showing any sign of resistance when the man grabbed her. It seemed she had accepted her fate long ago. After she was roughly shoved against the wall, hitting her head in the process, something unexpected happened. A wave of magic suddenly took hold of the man. The traumatizing event must have awoken the young girl's magical talents. Black magical bands, like shadows solidified, appeared and snaked around the man's right wrist, up to the hand and jerked it back. Within seconds his hand was completely covered by seething darkness. His surprise quickly overcame by rage. He grabbed her by the throat. The choking grip made the shocked girl lose what little control she might have had over the spell, when the dark otherworldly ropes dissolved abruptly, and only a malformed claw remained of the man's previously healthy hand. Furious, he stared at the deformation caused by the servant girl's wild magic, his unaffected left hand still around her throat. For a few seconds, the both of them stood motionless while the permanent consequences of the magical defense sunk in. the man had to conclude that he would be banished from walking the path of the sublime when soon all the world would know that he had laid hands on a witch. His current life of comfort and luxury would come to an abrupt end. So he released the girl, only to yank a burning oil lamp off the wall. Before he was able to throw it at the still petrified servant, however, his wife stormed out of the wardrobe to stop him. But it was too late. Blazing oil poured from the lamp on the floor at his feet. In the blink of an eye, the woman and the young girl's clothes caught fire and set them ablaze. In that moment of their death, the servant's wild magical powers merged with the deceived woman's desire for revenge to form a powerful and terrible spirit being, the Ash Widow. After the fire had been extinguished, the man cut off his deformed claw-like hand with a woodcutter's axe. To his family and others present at the court, he insisted that the half-eternal servant had attacked his wife with wild magic out of envy, burning down part of the room. His hand had been burned in a magical fire when he had tried to rescue his wife, forcing him to abandon her and remove the remains of his charred hand. The Count's son was able to preserve his good name, continued on the path of the sublime, and eventually succeeded his father. But till the end of his life, he was unable to find a new companion, and each night he encountered the Ash Widow, who robbed him of sleep and poisoned his dreams. His life as Count and Lord of the castle was a miserable one. When his final hour approached, he realized that it would long be forbidden for him to enter the eternal paths. With remorse, he anticipated his next life, which he, in accordance with Malthus's will, would have to spend in the Undercity. The myths claim that the Ash Widow's ghost still walks among the castle's ruins, and those foolish enough to bring her husband's claw to the old castle will be able to raise her from the dead. We can only speculate on the claw's current location, but it's said that it still commissions high prices among antiquarians. Time upon one sells the horrid remains for good money, after acquiring it little for disheartened and ashamed adventurers who turned out not to be daring enough to summon the Ash Widow's spirit. There's a claw in a museum. Let's take the book. Where is it? Myths and Legends, the Ash Widow. I don't have any other copies of the Myths and Legends, do I? I don't. We are making an impromptu visit to the museum because I'm sure there's a claw in there.